I grew up in Oroville, was born and raised there, and stayed in Oroville till I was in the service, and then when I got out of the service I came back to Oroville. Well, I started at Butte College fall 1968. Of course, it's a very small student body. All the professors and such were heavily involved with all the students. I just remember everybody was so dedicated to making the thing happen, which really made it good for the students.
Butte College had just opened in September of '68, and we were a faculty of about 42. Really at that time, faculty and students were close by proximity, but also by choice. We had adopted, if you would, and internalized a slogan of students first, and we meant it. My memories of John were that he was always an extremely polite person and very passionate about his beliefs and opinions, although I sometimes would have to remind him about how to argue logically.
Well, I remember they bought 5 new buses, and you could apply as put an application out for becoming a bus driver, and I had met with head of transportation Ray Rice, and he gave me the opportunity to become a bus driver, and I took the position. All the drivers would take the buses home or to some location in the area. I've started in Oroville with my route, and I would go out through Gridley, Biggs, and Live Oak, and then come up through Richvale and up to the campus. Around 5 p.m. we'd depart, reverse the route, and come back up and in back at home in Oroville, and then I'd leave the bus there at my house. And
one day, a member of the Students for Democratic Society said they were wanting to have a student faculty advisor for the SDS. John McAmis was a bus driver on our campus at the time, and he was recognized. And I explained the situation to him and said, "John, I really think we have to have an election, not a coup." And John agreed with me, and he put his name into the running, and he won the election. He became Butte College's first ASB president.
After taking the classes and getting my grades up, I transferred to Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado. And then when I arrived in school there, I met my wife Renee. One of my fraternity brothers was dating a sorority sister of Renee's, and we met on a blind date, and that kept things going from there. And after we got married, we thought we'd open up an office in the Phoenix area, starting our business, and that didn't prove to be too fruitful. So I looked back to Northern California and came up here, and we started our office and business up here at that point. We do primarily heavy civil marine work. We're doing a lot of infrastructure work now on the dams on the Columbia River. We've worked on some of the major projects down in Florida, part of the expansion of the Port of Anchorage. When the Great Salt Lake was flooding back in the mid-'80s, and we dug a 44,000-foot channel across the Great Salt Lakes. We were involved with putting a tunnel around Lake Oroville, but our main focus now is heavy civil marine, which is a deepening of channels for shipping, and foundation work for terminals, and expansion of docks.
How long I've known John McAmis would be a good place to start. I probably met him 35 years ago. He's as you already know, a wonderful guy. But we have had a professional and a business relationship. He's been a client of mine. I represent him individually. I represent his corporation, J.E. McAmis Inc. And we've done a lot of things together over the years with his different projects. And we've done a lot of things over the years with our families. And we traveled the world together. We raised our children together. He was in the Seabees during the Vietnam War and helped build the Quai Son Fire Support Base. So he and his wife and my wife and I went to Vietnam in 2000, and we went out to Quai Son and looked at some of his work in the fog. He is a terrific family man and an all-around good citizen. I mean, if you've met his wife, you know, they're big supporters of the Chico community.
So I was introduced to John, and it didn't take me very long to really like John a lot. He's very friendly, outgoing, has a wonderful personality. I found out that John's a businessman, and it's a very unique business that he has, and one that we got involved one night. And I found out the real true John McAmis that night. He's a man of integrity, of honesty. He gets out of bed in the morning and goes to work.
But what I most admire about him is he's a great family man and really good for the community all the way around.
Butte College has a slogan saying, "Start here, go anywhere." I think that from what I understand about John's life after Butte, he's pretty much taken that and made it a truism.